What's up guys, Americana back here with another video. Gold and silver just hit a level where they historically cool off, and this could finally unleash crypto. The metals rally has drained liquidity from everywhere else, but last week gave us the first real signs that this run might be slowing down. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, I am borderline questioning whether to even talk about metals or not. I sent a message into the private Discord that holy crap, everybody and their mother is posting Bitcoin priced in gold's chart showing 2021 when gold topped and money flowed into Bitcoin. Maybe it's just a personal issue, but when people start posting the exact same chart over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and that is all you see, and that's what the masses are consuming, one direction or the other, I tend to not want to use it anymore. But that being said, let's just talk about gold specifically, not even Bitcoin's performance relative to gold, because that can change on a dime. Donald Trump can come out and say, hey, Bitcoin's going to be tax-free. If you made money on Bitcoin, congrats, you don't pay taxes. And crypto will moon and start outperforming gold, even if gold is going to hit a 4.236 extension. So I don't even really want to show that chart, one, because everybody's showing it, but two, it can mean multiple things. So let's specifically just look at gold here. Are we at a point where we could be getting some consolidation in gold, something to kind of relax a little bit and ease up on other markets, crypto especially, where we can do a little bit of catching up? So that being said, where did gold reach out to last week? The 3.618 extension was finally met last week. Let's look at other extensions that we've hit. We hit the 1.618 extension and we consolidated sideways. Same with the 2.618 extension. Now the 3.618, are we seeing something somewhat similar? If you guys didn't believe me about these fib extensions and them being places where price will kind of consolidate, right? If this gold chart doesn't make you a believer, I'm not sure what will. So we were able to close the week above, right? Not really the end all be all there. We had some weekly closures above and in and around and below on this 2.618. More so just the fact that, hey, we probably could be running into some resistance here just from a technical perspective. So what other things are we seeing for that potential chop to come in and alleviate some of that liquidity and some of that pressure on the crypto market? So I showed you guys more macro time frame weekly chart, was able to close above. Not the biggest deal. After 3.618, could see some chop. So this is Friday on gold. We're able to get one of the larger corrections that we've had, right? From peak to bottom was 4.4% pullback, but at the same time, nothing has really structurally broken on the chart, if I'm just being completely honest. If this level got flipped and or this level down here got flipped bearish, I'd be kind of more screaming like, damn, like gold really might be in for it here. But to see some sort of pullback, some sort of larger scale pullback, when we do get to a level like the 3.618, does make me hopeful. So this week, what are we looking at on gold? Best case scenario, right? We'll throw our little fibs on here. I'll go ahead and bless you with this real quick. If you guys aren't using, well, I know a lot of you guys use fibs, but take a screenshot of these fib settings. When it comes to lower time frame movements, you can absolutely abuse these fibs. They work really, really well. Quick little lesson. If we only reach 0.5 retracement on gold and turn over, right, I'd only be expecting us to get down to this 2.72 fib. But if we do happen to get up into these green and reverse, we could see as low as like $4,000 on gold at a 618 fib extension. So if we run up to these green fibs, typically run down to this green extension. And so I definitely use these a lot. But the point of this is that on lower time frames this week on gold, right, if we are going to get a larger correction, okay, we need some sort of ABC to come in, right? This being the B leg with some sort of top in here before we can go take out these lows, right, on our C leg. So that would be epic this week on gold. Again, there's no guarantees. I'm simply pointing out, right, that We are in an area where we could see some consolidation. We've already seen a large pullback. So if we're not able to flip these fibs, I would be expecting lower. If we're not able to flip these fibs and we kind of still just chop in here, that's, still good for us. It's just a little bit of a tighter range. But again, just pointing to the fact that, hey, what's coming out of the gold market that might suggest we could get this thing to cool off a little bit. I don't want to show that Bitcoin price and gold chart. Everybody is abusing it. I don't want to show the relation between Bitcoin and gold. Everybody's abusing it. You guys have probably consumed way more information about gold in the last 2 weeks than you would like. So again, I just try to kind of avoid that. But seeing early signs that we could be getting some consolidation at a level where it makes sense for consolidation to come in. All right, so more of a fundamental shift here. We showed a little bit of technical stuff, but something I do want to point out is gold bugs, people who are historically bullish on gold, running absolute laps around everybody in crypto. Bullshit stuff like this, not anything about gold's parabolic rise or why gold is rising or the fact that it is reaching fib extensions, that things could cool off. No realistic price targets, no technical analysis, pretty much just saying fuck you crypto and fuck you crypto holders. Look at what my gold is doing. This is fine. I don't take offense to it. But these things only show up, right, when one asset is topping and the other one is lagging. What I mean by that is, like, if not Dow Jones, that's a bad one. If soybeans go on a parabolic rise and I'm some weirdo who only invests in commodities or something like that, and I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for soybeans to go up for so long, and Bitcoin holders have been crapping on me. People who hold normal stocks have been taking a dump on me, saying I'm an idiot, that soybeans are going lower, and then soybeans go on a parabolic rise, and I buy a Lambo off my soybean calls, and I'm dunking on everybody, calling them idiots and things like that, and I'm completely forgoing or forgetting about all of my rational price targets that I had for my soybeans, just to flex and crap on people who were mean to me when I was wrong or when it didn't look as if I would be wrong. And that's essentially what's happening with these gold holders right now. These guys haven't had a new all-time high in like 25 years, and they seem like they don't know how to act. Right? Typically, when anybody seems like that, they're going to end up getting cooked or they're going to end up being wrong. I'm not saying that this is the exact top in gold, but for it to cool out a little while sentiment is like this would not be irrational. At the same time, and I know you guys have seen this as well, there are literal lines outside of gold shops to buy physical gold. These kinds of things do not happen at bottoms. So these things only happen at tops. I feel like that is pretty obvious. Okay, these things only happen in euphoric moments. All right, if I saw a Bitcoin ATM on the corner and a 4-hour line to access this Bitcoin ATM, right, I would be saying the exact same thing. So I'm not being biased, but I feel like you guys know this as well. When things like this show up, sentiment is obviously very skewed in one direction at a time that we could be, potentially working on some consolidation. Super interesting one. Really, this is one that I found really cool. Okay, so PAX G. Don't know if you guys know this. This is basically real world asset tokenization on chain gold. I believe it is probably a derivative. I think PAX G holds the gold that, anyways, whatever it is, right? I'm pretty sure they hold it. Anywho, but this is going to be your like crypto native gold. And one thing to notice, right, at the same time of euphoria peaking in gold, what did we have here? We had these massive upward wicks on PAX G. Okay, what does this mean? This means there was so much demand in this market, on this ticker, in this derivative, whatever have you, that these market makers were not able to but efficiently price this within the order book. There's so much demand on one side. There's something called slippage, right? So as I am making my own purchases, I'm pushing up the price almost unnaturally with my own demand. And that's how slippage happens. But massive slippage on PAX G, literally, as on these two peaks when gold was peaking out before this massive pullback. This tells me not only about demand, right? There was massive demand at a peak which means there's a lot of trapped buyers in here, which potentially might have to capitulate lower. So it's going to tell me that on any market. If I'm looking at normal gold, or if I'm looking at a stock market, or whatever I'm looking at, these wicks are going to tell me that data. One thing that's interesting, PAXG. This is a crypto native, right, instrument to buy gold using crypto and on chain and have it in your wallet and things like that, and not have to have physical gold. So who knows about this and who is using this? It's not the people that are lined up to buy physical gold outside of the gold stores. It's not the people who are long-term gold bugs and only want to own physical gold assets. This is crypto native people. So these are people who throughout this entire run up in here and over the last few weeks, as we all know, we've been decimated by gold and people have been running laps around us, and gold's been appreciating much faster than crypto and pulling liquidity from our market. This is what I would consider the capitulation of crypto holders into gold, right? You guys can't do this. Doesn't make sense, right? Bitcoin is down here, gold is up here. You don't go rotating assets upward. You are always going to get wrecked doing that, and people learn the hard way after a 12% decline in PAXG from where a lot of these late longers from crypto got stuck, right? So lining everything out there, I think, like I mentioned, I don't want to look at that Bitcoin price and gold chart anymore. I don't want to look at, what happens when gold cools out. That's somewhat being abused right now. I strictly want to just look at gold, and let's be honest, are we in an area where we could be getting some consolidation? Yes. Have we seen early signs? Yes. Do we have fundamentals on our side? Absolutely. Do we have both technicals and fundamentals on our side with crypto holders capitulating into the gold market the only way they know how, and absolutely getting slipped to death on here just to get wrecked 12% to the downside, right? So a lot of early signs of a lot of things, and that's kind of a commonplace for videos this week, is that, hey, I know the picture is a little bit bleak, it's a little bit murky right now, but there are some early signs kind of everywhere. So we got to talk about it. But anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about gold, metals, price targets. Can we be consolidating here? Am I completely wrong? Are you seeing something else? Whatever have you. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys as always. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.